And now, presenting the Bloody Wars pre-show.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is JP Pitts, your host of the Bloody Wars Tournament. We are here live at the Galloping Ghost Arcade in Brookfield, Illinois, presenting to you the pre-show of episode number 7, which is WWF WrestleMania. I cannot wait for this lineup here. We already got a crowd here, ladies and gentlemen. I think 15 or 16 people. The same amount from Tekken 3. There's going to be so much competition along the way. And this is one of the rare games here. You don't see WWF WrestleMania that often into the tournament bracket, which is why we want to put these contenders to the test to see who will be crowned as the Bloody Wars champion. And the championship has been vacant, but we got a new face, the new crown of the Bloody Wars industry going on. So that's going to be awesome to see that going. With that being said, I am here with Brandon Travis, a.k.a. King Cam Blackman, who's got the Toy Pop marquee and also going to be competing in the Bloody Wars tournament and helping me out throughout the tournament. Brandon, what is going on, man? How you feeling today?
Feels pretty good. Another great tournament as always. Yeah, I brought the Toy Pop marquee. Well, I mean, I love this game, and praise and shout outs to Doc Mack for getting this game because, my God, this is so obscure. But I'm doing pretty good. Definitely going to be a great one, WWF WrestleMania. This is definitely a oddball of a lot of the fighting games that Bloody Wars has had. So I was talking to everybody, even our top players, people who have experience with this game, that this is another... I always say that every tournament is going to be very different from the other one, but I think this is another one of those times where I think it is definitely going to be different. It's not a fighting game like any other one. This is way different from everything that we've had, from Mortal Kombat to Tekken 3 to Tattoo Assassins, everything. It's definitely going to be a good one once again, like was before. Definitely obscure.
And there's a reason for that. I mean, like I said before, when you come into the fighting game community, you would expect Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Soul Calibur down here, and the FGC. There's a reason why WWF has been brought up, especially if we're celebrating the 1-year anniversary for that. The community behind this, everyone knows, and everyone it's been a year since we put on the shows for everyone to watch for Bloody Wars, and there's a lot of people showing up here, and like I said, regardless of what game has been put up here, this goes to show that no matter what game we put on here, everyone's gonna have a good time, and everyone's gonna come out and support this game and this Bloody Wars industry.
Again, like I said, it's just, from everything we've been through already in the last year to the growing community to now with again, we had Mini Beach now taking pictures to the new championship, in the amount of new people we've met over the year. It's been good, and it's going to continue getting better and better as we go along. Hopefully we'll see some more surprises in 2024. But I am very excited to see what everybody comes up with for WWF WrestleMania. Again, it's not like an average fighting game. So there are combos at times, and again, there's like things where you have to get so lucky as even get pinfall. But again, it's gonna be an interesting one.
The last game of 2023 as of this year, there will be another one. Well, they're going to be the first Bloody Wars tournament for 2024, I believe. Yes. My God. Yeah, on that note.
These 2020 years are weird,
It's insane. So the next one is going to be on January 7th. And this is, it makes sense because last year of 2023, we had January 7th as of last year. So it makes sense. It's going to be on a Sunday, so why not? This is something that everyone's going to be looking forward to. And
another thing as well, I might point out, you bringing up that January 7th date, I think it's good that you did pick that date because with December coming around the corner, it is our last month until the new year, so Christmas time, it's going to get wacky, going to get wild for everybody. And for those who could still play their butts off here at Galloping Ghost Arcade during the holiday Christmas time, kudos to any of you. You know who you are, in person or in the stream chat. Mad respect to all of you guys keeping up your scores and your times, everything to keep this place up and running with your mad gaming talent. So I want to give you guys a round of applause because I know December is a very, very crazy month. Yeah, give a round of applause to yourselves, guys, because again, December is a tough month.
That is true, ladies and gentlemen. And we are looking at Jose Velazquez is in the stream chat. Thank you so much for being in it. He's going to be in the tournament.
I think he's on his way.
Yeah, he's going to be here for sure. I think Jose is the only one in the chat. Well, keep them coming, guys. Well, like I said, we're spreading the word for Bloody Wars and new year coming up. So, as I said before, it's going to be an awesome time.
Anything else we're gonna?
Well, let me get to my notes real quick.
We gotta get ready to bring the people up.
So the last Bloody Wars tournament we had here was Mortal Kombat 4, released from Midway back in 1997. You're not seeing my shirt anymore. I had.
That shirt was a wasted opportunity. As we in the final bracket remembered seeing Mohammed. Mohammed was our finalist.
Finalist, yeah.
He was the one that went up against Norbert, I believe.
Yeah, at one point, yeah, and dethroned Norbert Vale.
And actually, he beat Norbert, but I mean, hey, those Team Galloping Ghost folks,
To Shady, if Shady or Phil watching this, you're gonna get yours soon, buddy. Just mark my words, you're gonna get yours soon.
You don't want to mess with the GGA crew.
Oh, please.
You know watching this, right?
Yeah, probably. But yeah, as I said before, the last time we had Richard DeVizio actually came out here
We had Richard DeVizio.
That was awesome to witness, folks, and there's going to be more to that later on in the future Bloody Wars tournament, so keep your eyes peeled for that. We had third place Norbert Vale walking away with third place, including the bonus prize winner for that last event.
All those stuff,
Second place, Eric Caterson, I believe.
Yes.
And then first place, Mohammed. Yes. He's not going to be in this one, so we pretty much have to move on with the new face of the Bloody Wars industry.
I think it was definitely safe to say they knew what they were doing, sending Mohammed over here. I think they knew what they were doing, hands down.
Yeah, which is why I'm saying you're going to get yours soon.
But don't ever, I mean, hey, even though it was a team Galloping Ghost appearance, I want also everybody to take a note that you never know who is going to show up, because that is something that twists the competition around, and it'll take you off your A game. For example, we had the guy that Kevin sent over. Remember that? So it just goes to show you, you never know who is going to walk in the building for these Bloody Wars tournaments. So and it's a sign for our pros and veterans, top contenders, to stay on their A game at all costs. Just a friendly reminder.
Especially while the Gamer of the Years are going to be coming out, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, we had Chris Blackie. Don't count out Chris Blackie either.
And Steven Lucas.
Also our former Gamer of the Year. He has been coming to a lot of these tournaments, and even though there's no victory yet, he's still putting up a fight. And that is something that a Gamer of the Year does, win or lose. They put up a fight, and that is something that everybody needs to continue doing, is putting up a fight.
That is true. And, yeah, so we've said this before. WWF WrestleMania, that's what we're going to bring in today. Crazy stuff with that game. I mean, we're witnessing these characters in this game, starting with The Undertaker. Shawn Michaels.
I've played The Undertaker from time to time in early years. A great character in the 1992 era from The Undertaker, and Paul Bearer. Great times in the WWF Golden era. You said Doink the Clown?
Doink the Clown is in there. Shawn Michaels. Who else do we got? Lex Luger.
Razor Ramon. We've also got, I believe we're missing a few.
Yokozuna.
A current Hall of Famer, I believe. And then I think we've got Bam Bam Bigelow. Thank you for that. Stephen Lucas giving us the info as we speak. We'll hear from him in a little bit. But yes, Bam Bam Bigelow, Razor Ramon, Doink the Clown, The Undertaker.
I think we said everyone.
I think we have everybody. But it's a great roster. And at the time, you also have to look at where we're at now with the wrestling games, with WWE2K23 out right now. The roster has grown big since that WWF WrestleMania game, but it goes to show you how long that wrestling business has come a long way.
If I say this now, how much do you want to bet that everyone's going to get refunds if I say this?
Depends on what it is. Keep in mind, I'm sitting next to you.
second win won't be allowed in WrestleMania. Just
Okay, whoa, wait, why?
no, because I mean, there's been there's reasons for that. There's reasons for that. So the fighting game for everyone that's going to be competing in the WrestleMania, there has been some speculations where everyone can debate that it's kind of not a fighting game, but there's some talks and there's some debates on that. But with the game being in Bloody Wars, we want to treat whatever we're bringing into the floor, treat it as a fighting game, and that's including. I mean, that's pretty much. I mean, in my opinion, that's just fair game. That's fair game, in my opinion.
It's just, well, I mean, honestly, and again, like I just mentioned with W2K23, it has that kickout system. And again, WWF WrestleMania was that time frame in the 1990s where they were experimenting with that stuff before we had the current gen game.
Well, that's why I'm saying it now before everyone's like, oh, well.
I don't know. I'm a mixed reaction on taking out no second. It's going to be a hard one to keep track of.
Well, I mean, it's all about fair game. For Bloody Wars, it's all about fair game. That's what you can guarantee. Hater Shack is in the stream chat as well. Hater Shack, thank you for being here, dude. Also, just be me or the mic. I think let me see. Check 1, 2. Okay, I think that's much better. I think I just lowered the.
You might want to lower tech.
No, yeah, we're good on that.
All right.
And I think I've covered almost everything. I think it is now time to introduce some of these contenders. To do that, let us summon forth one of our very own Sam Kohn, ladies and gentlemen. And King's going to take over the front.
I was going to say, I got to disappear. I got to get my toy pop marquee out to the public. I'll be back.
That was very, I mean, I was expecting some more. You know what? Let's try that again. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for one of our very own Sam Kohn, ladies and gentlemen. Tough crowd today. What's up, Sam? Good to see you again. It's been a couple months since we've had a tournament, but I mean, if you come into the tournament, you best believe Sam's gonna be there for sure.
You know, I try my hardest to be here all the time. That sounded a little sarcastic. I didn't mean for it to be sarcastic. I meant it genuinely.
That's going to be awesome to see. I think Sam's going to compete in the tournament as well. So that's going to be, we're going to see how she does.
And just know, I have not played this game at all whatsoever because I wanted to just have fun and not have go in with any expectations. Just like my boy Steven Lucas. He probably practiced, but I remember last time he also had the same attitude that I have today, which is we're just here to have fun. Well, I'm here to have fun.
Right. Majority of the contestants, they've been practicing their butts off, so let's see what they can do.
This isn't a crutch. It's not an excuse. I legitimately have never played this game.
Well, let's see how you do in the future. But I think, yeah, it is now time to talk to these contenders. I guess we will start off with the man that has made a statement outside of the Bloody Wars industry. He has for sure.
He's currently holding it.
He is holding it. So let's bring out this man. He is your former Galloping Ghost Gamer of the Year. And now,
one of my favorite people to interview, other than Aidan, of course, is Steven
Lucas, ladies and gentlemen.
He's showing off his newly earned title and belt. Go ahead and show the people. Steven, this is your moment. The spotlight is on you. Yes. I know, but like really savor this moment. Yes. All right. Now with being Gamer of the Year in 2021, and now you're the Pinball Expo champ.
Yes, this belt's gonna get around.
What do you mean by that?
Well,
You're gonna just bring it everywhere?
Of this belt, you know, every former holder of this belt, after the belt was won, it wasn't seen.
Ever again?
No, not in the live streams. Not it's never made appearances at the arcade. Now, Jimbo Slice brought his belt last year once. It wasn't seen again.
Well,
This belt will be.
expected nothing less, and I was hoping we'd see this belt every time you come in. Do you promise?
Yes. In fact,
Be available for photo ops.
yes. Well, last night, people were mobbing me over this belt.
Exactly.
They saw it, and it's like, oh, look at the belt. I want to. What game are you good at? And what they're asking.
Pinball game did you win that for? Or is there one specifically that you want to talk about? Or because I know that there was a whole thing.
Okay, so Galloping Ghost Arcade.
I missed it, so I'm a little salty about it because I missed the expo. So please let me know, what did I miss from the expo?
Well, you missed a lot of fun. That's
I know. Besides that, which of the games,
okay. What should I?
the tables, I should say.
Well, let's put it this way. Next year, it's the 40th. In October, it is can't miss event because it's a milestone event. All sorts of pinballs, all sorts of arcade games, all sorts of, there's retro stuff too. And the Midway legends make appearances. Some of the gaming celebrities show up. Kerry Hoskins was there. Yes.
I miss everything. Dang it. I didn't pre-plan ahead. This is my own fault.
The T20 is held in August. This is, well, you could call it the Super 7 because 7 games are chosen. 7 games are grinded on for hours and hours, and the person with the highest scores, number of rank percentage, gets this belt.
Right. So are you going to tell me about your journey and how you got that specifically? You want to give us a summary, just a recap. Quick summary, because we're not here about you today specifically, even though we appreciate your
Got a lot to cover
achievement. And we don't have enough time, so.
So let's go through this quick. I've been competing for this belt for several years. Blonde Bunny won the first 2. Jimbo Slice won the last one. I finally broke through, defeated Andrew Wasco, KG, and Brian, and won this belt.
How did you feel when you won the belt?
I was just finally.
What do you think about our new belt for the Bloody Wars tournament?
What do I think about this belt? It looks like it needs a look. I think there's some more work to be done on it very soon.
You mean it needs a person attached to the belt?
Well, that, and then the sides of the belt, we need emblems on the side.
You got to win some games, and we'll talk about what's going on the sides of the belt.
All right. That's what we'll do.
Right. So since you're coming off of a huge win and an accomplishment, do you think that's going to give you a little bit more spunk and more energy for this specific tournament?
I didn't. You asked me, would I have had an advantage in the last tournament? No, I don't have any sort of advantage in this tournament. I don't have an advantage in any tournament. So it's going to be a challenge because there's a roster of tough competition. Now, it is a wrestling game, which is a little different than your typical fighting game.
A little different. I think it's a lot different.
There's been a little bit of controversy here, I see. There's been rumblings about, kicking out of a pinfall.
Oh, what?
Kicking out pinfalls, which is the so-called second wind. I mean, you're getting covered. You're on the brink of losing, and you pound those buttons trying to kick out of that pinfall. So you have that last gasp of fighting spirit to try to defeat all odds to pull it off. And let me be the first one in line to say, second wind stays in. Second wind stays in.
So my follow-up question was, do you think that your training for Mortal Kombat, which you just already answered, it's not gonna give you a leg up at all in this competition? Is that?
It's a completely different game.
I know. It was a silly question. Please, we don't
If
want
I
to.
played, WrestleFest. Would that give me a leg up? A little.
Well, did you play it to give you a leg up?
I did not play WrestleFest today. I just played the WrestleMania game.
So you think that you have an advantage? Because I am also participating in this tournament, and I have never played this game in my life, other than the newer versions of this game.
If you haven't touched it, then yes, you have no chance.
I'm gonna go with dumb luck. Who
Dumb
wants
luck.
to bet on me for dumb luck?
I mean, yes, I've spent a little time practicing at home, of course.
I'm gonna use my intuition. That usually works out for me. I haven't been proving it recently, but when I play against Josh, I really kick his butt. I'm not even kidding. I obliterate him in all the games that we talked about.
You have to learn the basics for you to play the game. It's not button mashing. And what we got?
This is Chris. Chris wants to say hello.
Hello.
He's enjoying our interview. That's why he wanted to say hello. And then with your win with the FX Expo, the Pinball Expo, the Expo that you won, the Expo that you have your little title for, are you going to get that mounted somewhere? Just as
Mounted.
you have it mounted? He's got photos,
Of
folks.
course I got a photo. I posted it in the Galloping Ghost online group. Let me pull it up for you.
They were asking me if
It's on my wall.
they left their phone behind me, and I was trying to do it discreetly,
I can't
but
see it from here, but
yes.
it's on my
Anyway,
wall. It's hanging.
Steven has actually mounted. Zoom in. Everyone zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in and do your
It's
best.
in the Galloping Ghost Productions page.
It's on the Galloping Ghost production pages.
It's out focus
So
there.
you, yeah. That's why you're the boss, boss. That's why you're the boss. You make the impossible possible.
Mount.
Thank
Hung
you.
it on the wall. All my
It looks
mounts
beautiful.
will Be hung up on the wall.
Why not have a nice rack?
Be nice, yes, but I have to win more belts.
Well, if you keep winning the Bloody Wars tournament, maybe you can be like Norbert and have a nice ring and have a ring display.
Well, the Bloody Wars belt, I can't keep the belt forever. The belts I have hanging on the wall, I can keep forever. So, if I win the Bloody Wars title, yes, I will hang the belt up on my wall next to the other belts, temporarily, of course, until I lose it.
We're putting this in the suggestions comments from our fans and then the participants is that we should have something they could take home with them other than a little a little ring that, we'll talk about this later. It'll be a ring.
Well, you're gonna have to display a ring completely different.
Exactly. You gotta build a nice cabinet for it and you put some light and you got shiner.
Yeah, a little turntable. Well, I see a little bit of a signal over there.
What's the signal? The signal is keep going. Let's keep talking about your belt.
I think it's time. I think we got some people that want to talk next. I think we covered everything, but
I always enjoy our times together.
yes, I said last night that any Bloody Wars tournament that I join, I'm probably going to lose, but getting interviewed by you is completely worth it.
Thank you, Steven. Oh, you get a hug because you said that. Yeah. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Let it go, Steven! All right, my boss is giving me the signal to kick you out. I'm sorry. Here comes my boss, JP Pitts.
The one and only. I think next up we will be talking about this man that's making his debut here in the Bloody Wars tournament. He's the No, it's not. This man actually, he has cabinets inside of his garage. He's got his own community and everything lined up for him. He's got his own thing going for him, competition. He's no stranger to that at all. In the outside world of Galloping Ghosts, I'm going to be shocked to see what he's got up his sleeve. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce to you guys next, Dan Perez AKA DSP.
Why do they call you DSP? Hello.
That's just my name. That's my initials. There you go. DSP. Yeah, this is my initials.
That's simple enough. I don't know why it was going to be a whole elaborate story.
DSP, I don't know.
So he just told me news that I had not been privy to. You have this in your garage?
Yes. I run locals here in Brookfield, Illinois. I got a small gaming community of competitive players, you know, and
Are you from Brookfield? Not to cut you off, but are you from Brookfield?
the area. Yeah, I actually just bought a house in Brookfield 2 years ago. I've been coming to the Galloping Ghosts probably since like 2010, like when they first opened, but then I moved away into the city for a while, and over the pandemic, I just kind of ended up coming back, and I don't know how you...
Welcome back.
I didn't like say like, all right, well, I live down the street from one of the biggest arcades in the world. I'm going to go build an arcade in my garage, but it just kind of happened, you know, like we started competing with like a Dreamcast and running some of the old games on that, and then that like turned into one-up arcade cabinets. We started modding those, and then I started getting into real cabinets. You just kept on, you know, graduating, and
I'm gonna assume that everyone knows what modding is, but just in case, just give a little like
you know,
snip.
like we'll take. It could be something as simple as like the aesthetics of the machine, putting lighting on it. Usually the one-up machines, they're really not made with good parts. They're very cheap parts. They break easily. So, and sometimes it's like try and fit two bigger sized guys like me on a one-up. You know, you're not going to be doing your best gaming. So you can make the boards bigger, and then of course the games. You know, like I'll hook up to a computer and run all types of hardware, different gaming hardwares on there, and so you know that's how it started. And then,
But do you think that gives you an advantage since you're accustomed to the specific cabinets that you've already modified versus playing just basically a standard version of the game? Like usually it's the same as the manufacturer had built it originally. So do you think that would be a disadvantage or an advantage?
if I had stayed on the one-ups, it would have been a disadvantage for sure. You know, like there's no doubt about it. It wasn't until that I started like finding these cabinets out in the wild, bringing them home, fixing them, restoring them, and I have a very specific like button layout, like as far as buttons, sticks that I like to use for like my real machines, and every single cabinet is the same. It feels the same. So if you're playing, you know,
The touch.
like when we got it, I got a lot of lighting in it. It's basically like walking into a time machine, you know.
That's
I did,
awesome.
like full lightings. I was looking online at like other people's arcades to draw inspiration, and then like it just blew up. But at nighttime, like you could probably see it from here if you ever see some strobe lights. You're driving down Maple, like yeah, jump in for a game. Like you probably hear some swearing and Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat going.
I'm trying to behave on this stream because if you've looked at the past streams, I have a bit of a potty mouth.
Yeah,
I blame my upbringing.
I gotta watch it too, especially when I get competitive, like, But yeah, it's a fun little thing that we do. I call it Street Fighter Saturday. Yeah, it's Street Fighter Saturday, and sometimes that can even be Turned Up Tuesday, or like any day of the week, we're gaming, and that's what we do.
Do you think that since you have the like I said before, the cabinet in your place, but you have the modifications we went over, that you don't think it's going to be that big of an advantage, but you think it is going to be an advantage, like not with the feel, but the gameplay in general?
I mean, the only advantage is that I can have access to it whenever I want, and I go out there.
Do you have a specific character that you like to use?
I mean, traditionally, mostly I play Street Fighter. Like, I'm a Street Fighter player.
We've had a lot of people that say they want to play Street Fighter, and we never do the Street Fighter. This isn't a subtle hint at all to my boss. That people want Street Fighter. Not Tetris, Jose.
I can get some heads in here to play some Street Fighter. Like, that's our game. That's what we play. And we, play all different, whatever you got, like Third Strike, Alpha 2, play heavily. We were very into 5. Now we're into 6.
What about, why weren't you here for Mortal Kombat or for...
This is my first time here. Some things came out.
I don't mean to call you out.
No, I felt bad about not being here for Mortal Kombat. That was supposed to be my debut. And some things fell through that time. So, I had been talking to JP, and I was telling him about my community, and I was like, I've been lurking, I've been a lurker for a while. Yeah, just kind of like,
sludging through the swamps.
Just like, you know what? I'm just gonna reach out to this dude. Like, we're trying to do the same thing, And so I hit him up.
Ooh, is this a collaboration?
Like a blind thing, like, hey, you're cool. You want to come check out my arcade? It's kind of worked out. And I invited him over for one of my Street Fighter Saturdays events. And and it's funny because we'll usually start maybe 5. We'll go to 5 a.m. Like, you know, like.
Like Kafana.
And so he actually, JP, when he came by, he came earlier. No one had really showed up yet. We were just starting to get things kicked off, and he had to come to work. And I was like, well, listen, we're probably still going to be going. When you get off, just hit me up, and we'll see, you know. It's 2 a.m., and he hits me up, and we're still in my driveway. I'm sure my neighbors love it, you know. We're sitting in the driveway. I pulled out recliners. Yeah, I got recliners out in the driveway. We're playing Street Fighter, and he came in, and we threw down a bit. It was great, you know. And so I beat him down. I mean,
I know.
Actually, no, he played Mortal Kombat. He got on the Mortal Kombat machine, and he cleaned house. I'm not going to lie. He cleaned house on Mortal Kombat.
I gotta see that.
Then he played
know
some
about that.
Street Fighter 6, and I balled him up.
Just kidding. He did kick my butt in one of the Mortal Kombat games. I will admit to defeat to that.
You know, he's good.
But-
He's good.
Yeah, but-
And he also beat me in Power Stone, too. We played some Power Stone.
I haven't played him against Power Stone yet,
played- yeah,
but I
he's-
played him in a lot of other games.
Yeah.
And I've kicked his butt, and it was my first time playing. That's
Nice.
why I'm going on dumb luck. I'm also competing today,
Okay.
but I am honestly riding on dumb luck and a good time.
I'm not going to lie. I am, too. You know, it's like I'm a
Yeah.
busy man, and I just...
You don't just have the cabinet in your
Well, I could put it on. I did put it on. So, but like, one of my machines is actually a Z-Back. It's a Z-Back. It's basically like, in the 90s, you know, for like arcade owners, it was really expensive. And it's like, it's all about logistics. Would you send a whole arcade cabinet to America? No. You're just going to send the brains, and then they're going to get an American cabinet builder, you know, and so basically, right. So actually, one of my first machines, I got a Z-Back in horrible condition. Kid gave it to me for $300.
How bad was the condition? You said horrible, but like,
It had the control panel was completely destroyed, painted over. It had like 3 layers of gunk.
wait, no, are you? Oh my God, that's so disrespectful. Oh my God, they painted.
He had a Marvel versus Capcom 2 A and B board in the machine, and he sold me the whole thing for $300. I mean, that hardware alone was $300. More or less the cabinet, you know. But like I said, it was in really bad shape.
Probably because he didn't know what to do with it.
He didn't. He was a kid too. When I went and picked him up, he was like, you know, I wanted to fix this up. I thought I could do it, and it just sitting here became too much
He
of a
quit.
burden. Yeah.
Quit.
He quit. I was like, I'll take it off your hands, and that's kind of like what I look for when I purchase a machine. Like,
You ever invited him back to see it in action?
asked me when I bought it from him, he was like, yo, when you restore this, will you send me a picture of it?
Did you?
I think I met him on OfferUp. I go out like
Ooh.
Marketplace.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
You know what I mean? So yeah, on OfferUp it was weird. I tried to like message him with a picture of it restored. I couldn't.
You need help finding somebody? I got you. I'm really good at finding people.
You should see it now. I mean, it's
Not that I'm a
machine.
stalker or anything like that.
It's
I'm not. I'm just joking.
You know, we take junk and we turn it into gold. You know.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
So you know, that was just one example of like getting something, fixing it up, and now you know. So that's another machine. I ran a Pandora's Box on, and I played some WrestleMania on it. And you know what? It's like I just didn't have the time to really get into the game. Like I was looking at the move list. I mean, it's pretty in depth. You know, it's like, and it's just not a game that like we usually get in our rotation. You know, I'll play Tekken, Mortal Kombat. I would do the Neo Geo stuff, some King of Fighters, but you know, this one not so much. But I kind of trying to look at it like a Mortal Kombat game, being a midway game and having similar button layout at least, you know, with similar move lists and whatnot. So we'll see how it goes. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be competing today for my first time, and you know, I'm just excited about things to come. You know.
I can't wait to talk more and to see how you play in the tournament. We might face off because, like I said, I am in the tournament, but I don't know. I might be in the losers bracket. Let's hope I jinx myself. I don't know.
You never know. You never know. You know.
I'm just having a great time. I always have a great time with all these games, especially because I grew up on like Mortal Kombat. That's why I got involved with this. And I just love fighting games because I like the violence. And
Me too. I mean, there's nothing better than just beating the snot out of your buddy and like all the, you know.
and not having to go to the hospital and pay those ridiculous fees.
We've almost come to blows, honestly, in my garage a few times. I'm not gonna lie. Like
It's okay.
it gets kind of serious sometimes.
Then that's when it becomes Fight Club. And then you
It's
guys.
basically Fight Club. Street Fighter Saturday is Fight Club. You know. So we do.
That sounds awesome. Sounds like a good time, good vibes, and then just I'm so excited to see you participate in this tournament, and I am so happy to have met you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you as well.
All right, I'm gonna bring out my boss, and we're gonna see how he does in the tournament. Here you go, Joshua.
I cannot wait to see what he's got up his sleeve, and it's his first time. I bet it's going to be awesome. I think next up, we haven't seen this man in a while. The last time we've seen this man was during the Power Stone tournament. That was his first one here in the Bloody Wars tournament, and he loves his wrestling games, and let's see what he can do with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up your number 11th ranked contender for the Bloody Wars tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jim Patzer!
I'm the star. No, I'm 100% joking. Hello, I've never met you before.
Hi.
Would you like a hug?
Sure.
Welcome. I wasn't here the last time you were here. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's been a good weekend. I've been here since yesterday.
Ooh, what games did you play yesterday?
A bunch of them. Last night I was mostly playing horizontal cubers cubes. Took the house high world record on that.
Did you go to the pinball? And did you go to the pinball? I sound like a grandma. Did you go to the? Well, yeah, did you go to pinball? No, not just the pinball expo, but did you go to the pinball location where they have the Qbert on pinball?
I have been there, not this weekend though.
Have you played it?
I have played it.
Okay, so you have a high score then?
Yeah, not on Qbert pinball. Horizontal Qbert's cubes.
What's stopping you from taking the pinball?
I'm not really much of a pinball player.
Oh, okay, it's fine. That's where Josh found me is pinball, so that's.
Okay.
I will pinball and Mortal Kombat just in general. I'm a hybrid, but my heart always belongs to pinball.
All right. Yeah, so horizontal cubers cubes yesterday, and just to the pre-show here, I took the house high and world record on Toy Pop.
Ooh, all right. And then, which games have you been playing, if any? Well, I'm assuming you did. Have you been practicing? I just didn't want to outright say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Possibly be a contender, like a strong contender that we should look out for in this tournament.
Never say never. I have a lot of experience with this game. Like JP said, I do like wrestling games. I played this one when it was brand new back in 1996, I think it was.
Do you want to talk about when that first came out, how you felt?
Oh, boy. I mean, it was quite a thing back in 1996.
I want you to tell me the story. So I'm going to shut up, and I want you to tell me the story.
Okay. Don't know if there's any really way to convey it because people who are familiar with the games at the time, I mean, at the time the best stuff that we had was on the SNES, Super Nintendo Entertainment System. These were 16-bit brawlers where the wrestlers were basically animated caricatures of themselves, and most of them only bore a very slight passing resemblance to the people that they were attempting to portray. Not only that, but they all basically had very generic movesets. Later games in the series would give them their custom finishers, and that's about it. This was the first game that, they got the actual wrestlers into the studio. They did motion capture.
The way the technology has changed, that's one of the things I love about the gaming community is that we are able to capture the authentic or organic human movement, and that's what makes the gameplay, I feel, a lot more just riveting.
Yeah. So not only was it just phenomenal to look at, just the sights and the sounds, but the moves were so authentic too because it was the wrestlers themselves performing their best moves. Every wrestler had a unique moveset. And, it wasn't a simulation by any means. It was arcade. It was over the top. But not only that, but, I mean, these moves were being performed in over the top ways that the wrestlers themselves can't even do in real life. So wrestling itself is an over-the-top performance.
Exactly. But do you think that just having the motion capture, like having just that baseline, because that's what I feel like every time a video game has some sort of production that is able to fund the motion caption or able to like have all of that be part of the gameplay, I think that that's a nice baseline. I always say it's a nice baseline because there's always room to exaggerate because it's like a theater. Like WWE wrestling has just always been very from what I remember, is very like dramatic and like it really gets you in. But sometimes it can be cheesy. But when it's done right, that's what makes great wrestlers because it doesn't look cheesy. It's just because you can feel the passion, and it doesn't look like it's just played up. Even though it is like looking at it when you remove all of that, it looks like, wow, that is pretty dramatic. Why would someone act like that? But also, it's very intense, and you really buy into it depending on the wrestler. In my experience, because I just love specific wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a huge part of the appeal of this particular game, at least at that point in time. Later games now, I mean, with all the advancements we've had, I mean, it's been greatly surpassed, but nothing has ever really tried and succeeded at recapturing the passion put into this particular game's type of development. It still stands unique in a lot of the things that it tries to do.
Like I said, I haven't played this game before. Now you're getting me even more excited to play the game because you're telling me that this same gameplay has not been captured by any other sort of game.
No, there was a little-known semi-sequel to it that was console exclusive. Came out in the following years, but it was a different development team.
You don't even need to say more. If it's a different development team, that means that it's shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. I said a bad word. It's poo-poo.
It's
not the same minds. It's a baby.
It's a fun game in its own way, but WrestleMania still stands tall as the authentic arcade and supreme experience of this particular type of gameplay.
I know, because especially when because I'm thinking about it when I get excited about games like this, I think about pinball. Because like I said earlier, I'm a pinball girl, and I think about how Stern pinball and how it evolved, and then I just get so giddy thinking about it too, and listen to the podcasts about how they developed the gameplay, and it's not exactly the same people, but it's basically the same people that have been so passionate about making not just the game, but just because they're passionate about the games in general, which I think is very important when developing any sort of game, is that you need to be at least passionate about if you want to make a game like WWE or Street Fighter or something like that, you need to be extremely passionate about that similar gameplay, in my opinion. But I love that passion, and that's why I love those games.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I love the games where you can just feel, that passion oozing out, where you can see
little nuances too, or little historical, they pay homage to the history of I'm also going to refer back to pinball, but they they're always pushing the envelope when it comes to pinball games, and then they're also trying to still keep within the roots of how they develop the game and then how they can make it different than its predecessors. I know that a lot of people think that pinball's boring. It's not. There's a lot of skill, in my opinion, and it was proven back in the day when it was outlawed. And I'm not going to go into the history of pinball right now because everybody knows it, so sorry about that. So, which character are you going to use for this game?
Well, I might jump around a bit, depending on what I see happening out there. Not committed, but far and away my favorite in the game would have to be Bret Hitman Hart.
Ooh, okay. So he's the first person to reveal one of the characters that he is familiar with. And I think the other two ignored me when I asked him which characters they were going to use. Because I am going in there blind, like I said. So I hope to just enjoy this game with childlike naivety. Is that a good way to go into a game like this?
Well,
well, you're in a competition, but
the character roster is very small in this game. That's one of its drawbacks. The motion capture was phenomenal to look at, but it meant a smaller roster than just about any game.
Yeah, because you know how expensive that is?
So, yeah.
Very expensive.
Yeah. So, they all play similarly enough. I mean, they all have unique moves, but somebody who's experienced with the game knows the moves that every wrestler can pull off. It's not a tough game to, have that down. So I don't think there's going to be anybody out there that could take me down that doesn't know what a Bret Hart is capable of.
He's very confident in this character, so let's watch out for that. Norbert, let's watch out for that. He's not paying attention. He doesn't care. He's not. I think that's good. You're incognito. You're not gonna know. You're gonna be like the little slithering snake in the grass, and you're gonna strike.
We'll see. I mean, there's definitely going to be some talent out there, and I don't know what everybody else is capable of. So I'm not intending to be boastful or anything.
That's good. Keep it humble.
But
I will boast for you.
okay,
It's karma onto me than it is to you.
but these characters, I mean, they've got some cool moves you can bust out. So
You're not gonna. I honestly wouldn't recommend that you tell me the move that you like to do, but if you would just like to let us know what are the moves that we should be expected to see during this gameplay, just in general. You don't have to say which ones are your favorite, but you can just say which moves do you think that you're going to see a lot during everyone's performance, basically.
Oh, I think it's more fun to be surprised. There are so many different ones that he's got. I mean, I would name them all. I mean, I literally would.
I know. I was like, ooh, just tell me something.
I can't play favorites because I know Bret Hart's entire moveset, and I plan to use all of his moves. So, I mean...
That sounds like it's going to be a great show then.
Yeah. I mean, I would say if I had to pick an absolute favorite move of Bret's, this isn't one for anyone to be especially watching out for, but Bret Hart's diving elbow off of the top rope. That is... just one of his coolest moves from back in the day, and it's captured perfectly in WrestleMania because of the mocap, and it's just a fun one to hit. But every character has a top rope dive, so.
You make me want to... Is there a documentary by chance on the gameplay, or how it was made? I just like to know how things are made, and I will watch this in my free time.
It's funny you bring this up because there is a bit of a documentary and a little tips and tricks video, and Bret Hart himself actually has a pretty prominent role.
Well, we're going to talk later about this, so I can write it down and I can watch it later, because I'm excited now. My boss is giving me the signal that, unfortunately, I do need to bid you goodbye.
All right.
So we can start talking to everyone else,
Okay.
and then hopefully start gameplay. And maybe it'll also give you more time to practice if you feel like you need to practice.
Yeah.
But considering our interview, I don't think you need to practice. I think you need to just let everyone, give them a fair chance, because it seems like you know what you're doing.
We've got some really great competitors here, so I'm not going to put it beyond anybody to take me down. But they are going to have to be ready for what Bret Hart can bring to the table. Oh, yeah.
I cannot wait, honestly. I'm so excited. It was so nice to talk to you. Here, I'm going to give you a hug. I'm a hugger. Let's go. And here's my boss.
Next up, he's making his return. I think the last time we've seen him was in Tekken 3, and it's been a hot mess since we've seen him. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up Jose Velazquez.
Jose Velazquez. Wait, I said your name wrong. Say it again.
Jose Velazquez.
Velazquez. Why did I say Velazquez? I'm Mexican. I should say it right. It's Jose Velazquez.
That's better.
Oh, say it again.
Velazquez.
Velazquez. Why am I saying it wrong? Wow. I should have my Mexican card revoked.
It's okay.
Somebody take it.
It's okay. Yes. Guess.
Jose Velazquez. I have to go into a lower register in order to say it right.
Yes.
You got the macho mask on today. It's only half. We're at half mast. Now we're at full mast. Like a flag.
Yes.
Do you want to be interviewed with your Nacho Libre mask? Oh.
I prefer to have my face.
Yes. I was going to say. It's probably better. So how you doing? Where have you been?
I've been working at my job for the past couple of months and weeks. Just trying to sustain myself enough.
That's good. I'm happy to see you here. And hopefully you're here to have fun. Right?
Yep.
And then, so tell me, since you missed the last tournaments, but your presence was known and felt here during the chat, and we did talk about how we're not doing Tetris heavily, and then we saw the survey. We're not doing Tetris. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, that's good because I think I'm slowly retiring the Tetris joke.
Ooh, Ooh, I was about to go make some T-shirts, but okay. If you want to retire the joke, we will no longer do Tetris. Are you excited about this game today?
Yeah, whatever game it is, but I feel a lot of people say it's kind of an oddball.
Well, it's still people fighting against each other, but there's no blood, which is my disappointment. But I do love. I grew up with WrestleMania and stuff like that, and I think it's fun to play.
Yeah. I feel it's it's fun too. I mean, it's a midweight game. It sort of plays like NBA Jam meets Mortal Kombat in some way because it's a sports game.
You're giving me a leg up a little bit because like I said, I haven't touched this game at all. I haven't looked at the cabinet. I don't know any of the characters in the game, this specific game that we're playing, because I decided that it would be fun to just do that.
Yeah, it features a little bit of wrestlers. I have barely anything to know about wrestling. I like to watch wrestling, but
Yeah, same. That's how I grew up. I grew up watching wrestling, so
yeah, the only thing I know about wrestling, I slowly got into it, is with the tribute of Bray Wyatt.
which one is your favorite wrestler? I know you just said that you just mentioned one right now, but like which one is that's the one, and you're probably not gonna see it in the game today, but if you could choose a wrestler to be one of your characters that you're playing in the game, which one would it be?
Probably be Yokozuna.
Explain.
Yokozuna has the most funniest movesets I have ever seen.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, one of them is that he attacks with his belly fat.
I'm sorry. I did. I did. I know the character, but I didn't know he was gonna say that.
Sam, remember to freeze.
Thank you, Norbert. My stage. That's my stage, Dad. Norbert. Thank you. I really wasn't expecting his response. I'm sorry. Okay. So, what do you think about the competition today?
I say it's a very decent amount of people. You got some pros, some casuals, some very king-like players around here.
Yeah, people like me that are here for dumb luck and a good time.
Yeah, as the usual. No matter yeah, that's the usual. You know, no matter the mindset, I still love to join in events. Just like I like to join every single GGA event, supporting the Galloping Ghost and everything.
I feel like, because when you come to the Galloping Ghost, it's kind of like coming home to a family you choose, in that understand the love of the game, of just gaming in general, and just the arcade experience. Because this is a wonderful community. Everyone's always so nice and supportive. That's my own experience, but what do you think?
Yeah. That's...
It's like Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family. We're not sponsored. Who's Olive Garden? It's about Galloping Ghost. That's how I think of the Galloping Ghost.
Yeah, sometimes my parents can get against it, but
Exactly, and that's a language that is universal, and I think almost everyone here can relate to it, because the gaming community has its own language, and the language is getting either the high score of any of these games, whichever kindles that childlike or child. In my experience, it's like the nostalgia of just letting yourself go for a little bit of all responsibilities and just having a lot of fun and getting that high score.
yeah, that's the gist of it. But also, I believe that you get to explore many other games that you haven't heard of.
Exactly. That's why I love this place. I just saw some new games that I was like, what? Sorry, I didn't to cut you off.
Yeah, some rare ones like Ninja Baseball Batman, and a couple others I can name on top of my head, but I could go on for every single day because it would be too long of an interview.
It's okay. That'll be for next time, right, Jose? We could always talk after this, because you know that I'm always open to talk.
Yeah, but before I leave, I just want to say since this is an anniversary, I brought in.
Yes. Take the floor.
I did brought in the special cake for the 1 year.
Cake?
Yeah, It's just right in front of the desk.
But
And-
is the cake alive?
Is the cake alive? Is it Frankenstein? Monster? Frankenstein
Well,
monster?
I will say this: it's not homemade. It's from Myers. I bought it, and it's a strawberry-filled cake with whipped cream. That's the same cake I would say, but I would not tell what cake it has on the font. That is a.
Is it Tetris?
I will not say that. That is a question for a different time.
It was Tetris. It's an anniversary of Bloody Wars, but a big Tetris logo.
I'm telling you, I retired the joke. It's not a
We're
Tetris.
gonna see if he actually retired the joke afterwards. The interviews. Oh my God! What if he actually did? Oh my goodness! That'd be so funny.
What I get? Maybe Josh will do a Yokozuna on me.
All right. It's always a pleasure, Jose. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to have the cake later. How funny would it be if he actually did do that? How funny would that be?
Just imagine. I think next up, we're going to be bringing out the man. He's making his return. It's been a while since he's been in here, but he is now back. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up Matthew Neja.
Yes, it's Matthew. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing? I'm a hugger.
No, I appreciate
I was like, if you want a high five, we can give you a high five. But I love to hug everyone. So last time, I believe that you were here, you were about to get married.
Well, I was in
Because I know that there's some, like, you really did put up a really good fight against Norbert, and then Norbert's other best friend. Like, if anyone were to have beaten him, I think it was tied between you two.
pretty much, yeah, because we were always competition against each other, so it's going to be one or the other. Either I'm going to beat him or he's going to beat me.
Well, what do you think about the game choice for today?
It's an interesting choice. I've never really played it as a competitive style. Actually, I haven't even played it for a long time either, but I still remember the fundamentals of it, so hopefully we can do pretty good on it today.
So you haven't played this before? Have you been practicing today at all, or?
I practiced a little bit, yeah. I've used to play when it first came out years ago.
Ooh, do you want to tell the tale of when you first played it when it came out?
Well, it was a game room called Times Square. They always got the newest games and stuff like that.
Where's that located?
That was on Division and Broadway. It hasn't been there for years now. That's where I first started playing Killer Instinct as well. So that's also where my love for KI came in. I remember when I was playing it, and one of my friends at the time, we used to always play it together, do the tag team on the WWE WrestleMania as well. So we were pretty good at it. I used to know the tricks to the game, trying to come back to me now when I'm playing them. So.
That's wonderful. Do you have no one has told me yet. Well, no, actually, yeah, one of our contenders have told me, but I'm not trying to refresh everyone's memory of which character he's going to, or he's very familiar with. But if you want to relinquish the information, what character are you thinking about using?
I'm torn between a couple of them. Probably Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, and maybe even Yokozuna.
I'll probably use Undertaker too, honestly.
He's probably the easiest to play with. So.
Exactly, and I'm like I said, I haven't played the game, but I know the wrestlers.
There you go. So.
He's also my favorite. Sometimes I just choose characters on aesthetic, or if they move fast.
I'm kind of the same way with certain games too. So.
Because if I know I'm not good at the game, I don't want to pick a character that doesn't move as quickly as I want them to.
That is true. That's true. Honestly, when I'm usually picking fighting games, I mostly pick the female characters myself. So.
Because honestly, they're the best. We're strong. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't argue that point. I can't. Sorry.
All right. And then, do you want to update us on anything else? Did you get to go to the Pinball Expo too, or no?
Unfortunately, I couldn't make that. I was due to work. There's been a lot of personal things going on, work.
Life happens, and then I forget that Maurice had reminded me that the expo was coming up, and I was like, dang it.
Yeah, by the time it was too late, so.
Exactly. These things sneak up on you.
Oh, they do. Luckily, like I said, I just started my vacation this week, and it just happens to fall right on the Bloody Wars day. So let's make it happen.
I'm so happy you're here.
pleasure to be back.
It's so wonderful to see you again, and I hope that next time when I do see you, that you can get another reward too.
Oh, definitely, definitely. You know, I wish I was here for the Tekken 3 tournament because I knew I would have probably won that one.
Maybe we should do another Tekka tournament. Maybe we should do a makeup tournament. Yeah, because he took his headphone set out. He doesn't know what I'm saying. Maybe we should do another Tekken tournament. Or another Killer Instinct one.
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
Maybe the newer one that you showed me and I kicked your butt in. Because I will participate in that.
2013?
Yes, I did. I made mincemeat out of him
Okay.
several times.
I'll have to prepare for that one.
Yes. See, I'm good at some games, even if it's the first time.
Yep.
I just my intuition, but yes. But thank you, Matt. It's always wonderful to talk to you.
Wonderful as well.
Now we're gonna bring out some more people and my boss, cause he's my timekeeper. Yes, Father Time.
I think we're gonna bring up next this specific character. Oh my God, he's gonna make a unique appearance. I'm excited for it, so I'm just gonna go straight into it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up your number 8th ranked contender for the Bloody Wars tournament, Damian Cordova.
Dun, 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 dun. I didn't even know he was sitting back there. Oh my gosh. Do you know how cool? Dude, it would have been so cool if we had a pool of smoke. Pretend that there's smoke in the air. Hi, Damian.
Hello.
He's dressed like the Undertaker.
Yeah,
It's like, Aidan's right there, but I don't see Damian.
Yeah,
So-
I was here the whole time.
So, how are you feeling coming back to the Bloody Wars tournament?
I'm feeling really good. I'm excited. Seeing a lot of great faces that I've seen here before, yeah, I'm just wanted to
How do you feel about winning the awards that you would not just nominated, but winning those awards?
I did not see that coming. Honestly, I didn't see that coming. Thank you all very much for that. That was
We had a whole meeting.
awesome surprise.
We had a meeting and everything, and we took little tallies and because we pay attention.
That was awesome. I did not expect that. Thank you.
Because we want to show our appreciation for everyone that comes and shows up to these events, because it's not, like I said, it's like I feel like it's like a very friendly and family kind of dynamic or vibe.
Oh yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
It's only family friendly when it's like when your family.
Stuff and people, some people are just gonna be there playing all night. I know Norbert, myself, Jose, we would be playing these games all night if we could, and just running the damn stream ragged and breaking your guys' internet here.
Exactly. And then there's people like me who I want to win, but I am realistic in the fact that I know that there's a lot of other better game players than me. But I'm coming in to have a good time and to learn.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about fighting games is that, no matter how good you get, there's always going to be someone out there better. Well, let me rephrase that. There's always going to be someone that is above their A game on that day. So, I mean, on any given day, any given, Bloody Wars day, I mean, the belt could be someone's. It could be anyone's day.
That's true. Because some people may feel like we're like everything's just, it's like just the energy and then the fluidity of your movement. Sometimes your arthritis might be acting up one day or, something like that. Because that does, like, your physical body does play a lot of factors, I feel, with being able to give your best. But then it's also mental. Like, maybe you're not even, you're not mentally here. And I get that.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's definitely a percentage of, of mentally playing the game and actually physically playing the game. Yeah, and sometimes sometimes your mental agility is a lot better than your physical agility. So you're even if you don't come out on top, you kind of kick yourself like, oh, I should have won that match. But you're because your mental agility is running a lot better than your physical agility, and I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of the guys here, as we get older, our hands don't exactly work like our brains tell us anymore.
Yeah, and I'm not that old, but like my arm still hurts too sometimes, or like it shakes.
No, I didn't say getting old. I'm saying getting older.
Ah.
Like physically, yeah. I mean, how can I put it? Growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional.
I always feel that you're as old as you feel.
Yeah, most definitely. And right now, I feel like a 15-year-old kid at the arcade playing with a bunch of friends.
See, I told you, it's like a nice vibe, family dynamic, kind of. It's very friendly, and that's why I love coming here, and that's why I love coming to each and every one of these Bloody Wars tournaments, and I get really upset when I can't come.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun, and I mean those people that are out there watching, come on down. I mean, it's have some fun with us.
We'll talk to you, right, Damian?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
He won't give. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just also kindness. In between games, we're friends. While we're playing, it's no mercy, like no mercy whatsoever.
Yes, most definitely. But right now, right here, yeah, we're all friends. We crack jokes and we hang out. But once hands touch the controller, it's like it's a different story.
Sally, I don't know you anymore. It's all about me winning.
Exactly.
It's okay, because I'm always excited to see the father and son dynamic in general. And I'm happy that both of you guys actually got a reward today. And I'm excited to see how you guys perform. Because I haven't seen Aidan play this. I haven't seen you play this, quite frankly, either. But do you think you have enough time and practice?
I believe I do. Yeah.
I know that was a dumb question, but I had to ask.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely ready for this. I'm ready to see what everyone's bringing out, and want to see everyone pull out their best and see what we can do.
Thank you so much, Damian. It's always a pleasure. I wish we had some smoke. I was just talking about this with Josh earlier, that I think I have a smoke machine. We probably could have made that happen.
Maybe next time. Who knows?
We'll coordinate next time. We'll coordinate a lot better, and I won't be surprised. I didn't know you were back there. I honestly didn't. I was like looking for you.
Yeah, that was just a nice little surprise for the anniversary that Josh and I kind of coordinated, and yeah, I brought it up, and he was just like, "Yeah, let's do it." And
yes. All right. I'm gonna bring him up here because we do need to bid each other goodbye.
Yes. Good seeing you again.
It's wonderful seeing you all the time.
Due to time management, last but not least, let's bring up this man that's looking to get his championship belt. He's gonna look to get a new crown up in his resume. Let's keep up with that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up your former Bloody Wars champion, your MVP award towards 2023, Norbert Vale.
I'm sorry, Aidan. I have poor time management and I talk too much. Aidan is right here. He may or may not get an interview today. I'm sorry. Come say hello. Norbert. Yes. Norbert, will you share the spotlight? We already know you're the champion, so can you share?
Hello.
Aidan, how do you feel standing next to this undisputed Bloody Wars champion?
Well, I'm not champ currently, so yeah, remember that.
That's right. Are you guys both excited to play today?
I'm very excited. I can't wait to have fun. Right now, I feel naked because I don't even have the belt at the moment.
That's true. We have a new belt, but you do have a new ring.
Yes, I do. Right now it's in the car currently.
It's oh, why don't you have Michelle wear it? Michelle, come on, you're supposed to show it off.
Well, you want to go grab it real quick? You want to go grab it real quick? It's in the car.
I don't know how much time we have. I talk too much.
Don't worry about it. I might wear it during the tournament.
It's all right.
How do you feel that he's gonna wear it during the tournament? Will it intimidate you a little bit?
Not really, no. I mean, I've seen him with the belt before, so I mean, seeing him with the number one is kind of like all right. I mean, it's all right.
Is it more like, if I want to beat Norbert?
I mean, we're.
Sam, I love you, but don't overdo yourself, please.
Sorry, sorry, Norbert.
If I'm being honest, I mean, whether you're wearing the belt or not, we're all here to have fun at the end of the day. So when I see him, he shows a great skill, and he deserves to wear the belt.
What do you think?
Hey, I give him his props. I mean, when we actually fought in Mortal Kombat 4, he actually gave me a hell of a fight. And I told him, I said, hey, you make your family proud, and I stand by that. Indeed. And also, I just also want to say, Damian, that was the best entrance I've ever seen. You live the moniker of the hype man.
I agree. I'm still like, what? How did I not know he was back here? I feel stupid. I literally was looking for him. I was like, where did he go?
No, I was just at the other side, just waiting over there. But that's all right. That's all right.
He's good at keeping your secret. A secret he didn't know about. It's okay. I didn't know either. So, are you guys going to tell me which characters you're going to use or no?
I like surprises.
Okay. Thank you.
It depends on the situation.
Which character do you admire but you aren't going to use? Here, tell me who you're not going to use.
Again, it depends on the situation.
Undertaker.
You're not going to use, why?
Well, I mean, I want to experiment a little bit.
Your tone said, I want to win. And that's what I took from your tone. Like, I don't want to lose this tournament, Sam. So sorry, I'm not going to be the Undertaker.
Yeah, I'm just experimenting, seeing who else is at the table who can stand in this tournament.
All right. Would you like to say something, champion?
Actually,
I know he did.
Actually, there is one other thing I would like to say before we end this. I want to give a very special shout out to my wife, Michelle. Tomorrow is her birthday. And I'm pretty sure her birthday gift is going to be me winning the... Oh, your feet went out.
Battery level low.
Being on at the same time broke the stream.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's too overpowered. All right, we're back. We are good to go. All right, sorry about that, guys. All right, we're gonna take it back on over to the mighty, awesome Norbert over here. Go on and continue.
So back to what I was saying before the video got cut off. So yes, like I said, tomorrow's Michelle's birthday, and for her birthday gift, she wants to see me walk home with the title. Exactly. Even though she last minute she is competing.
Woo!
She's competing. Well, she told me. No, she told me she wanted to. She told me she wanted to. So. Can we bring her up for a minute? Can you come on out here for a moment? Come on, dear.
There's no restrictions. You can come.
Yeah. Anything you want to say, my dear? Besides happy birthday?
well, I'm not gonna say happy birthday to myself, but
Happy birthday, dear Michelle. Happy birthday to you.
thank you, everyone. I'm just here to be a support and have a healthy competition. I'm always just happy to be another competitor. And even though I might not have a good overall record, I did hear Mr. JP earlier say that my record against Stephen Lucas is 2-1. So we might see a re-challenge today.
Oh, dang. You're getting called out, Steven.
He acknowledged you did the
And here you go. Because I know we got to
Thank
cut
you.
this short.
Yes. Aidan, do you have any final thoughts?
Well, let's all have fun and, well, may the best man win.
I couldn't said it better myself. Oh, hold on. Look at your elbow. Elbow.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Oh, you just hit me in the front.
Saboteur.
Thanks, Sam, for being here. As always, that's always awesome having her. One more time for Sam, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. We'll see you again. Let's bring out Cam Blackman to close things off. Well, we got 30 minutes, so we're fun. What's up, King?
Oh, not much. We had a little power failure, but I mean, that ain't gonna stop this tournament. But yeah, we got through everybody. We got to hear from everybody. We got to see an amazing entrance by Damian. That's very clever. As somebody who has cosplayed The Undertaker 5 years ago, good stuff, Damian. That was really cool. But I am very excited to get this tournament underway. We're gonna
definitely move aside. We got everyone up on their feet. Until then, guys, this is JP Pitch, your host of the Bloody Wars tournament, alongside with Brandon Travis, aka Cam Blackman, for the Bloody Wars WWF WrestleMania on the floor, ladies and gentlemen, with the undisputed Bloody Wars Championship belt on the line.